Bismillah. Subject most miss a concept of preacher in the mosque. Sometimes they inherit this from the history because people they don't have the capability of analyzing information or breaking down the phrase the statement too small so you could understand. While the Muslim always in the Imam and always in the mosque it says. It says like this is a concept of God guide whom He wants. Okay, God guides whom He wants. And when I look at the Quran about this concept, because the Quran always left the meaning of it open. It's open. For example. For this verse of the Quran, it says, "For Allah is the ownership of the earth and the heavens." Heavens mean the whatever above us, above the earth. Forgive liman yasha, yaghfiru liman yasha. Forgive for whom He wants. Wa yu'adhibu man yasha. Okay. So the point here is something. I'm telling you something here about the misconception about Imam who preached religion, and this they are following this. Well, most people who they preach religion of Islam, they follow books. These books were written exactly like this. Today, Christian priest they follow something which has been told from the past, so he can get out of that concept. So when you say liman yasha, okay, for whom He wants, let's. Is for whom He wants. Okay. For whom He wants. Let's, for example, I want to give away something. When I want to give away something, first of all, I have to be myself willing to give something. Okay, give away. Then in the same time, there must be someone else there willing to accept what I'm giving. So they have to have two conditions here to for this to be to occur, two conditions to be satisfied. One who willing to give and one who is willing to accept. Okay, one who is willing to accept. So you can't say impossible to have only one and the other no. I mean, if you know nobody wants, you will not say, oh, you ask them for something. Okay, if people they know that you are not going to give them anything, they will not ask you for sure. I mean, that's how it has to be satisfied to condition. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God Himself, He's willing to give. He is willing to give whatever you want to give. From you have to initiate the ask. The request. You initiate the request, then Allah will grant you your request. However, not only a request, you have to be sincere about your request. Not you are sincere about your request. Well, if God knows about others, like for human being, maybe you could fool human being. You say, hey, so and so, I need so and so, but you don't need it. You wanna take it and play with it and throw it away or something and dump it somewhere, like somebody can take a book and dump it in the garbage and so on. But if God knows everything, so you have to be sincere to ask, and the God will give you. So there is two conditions. God will not give you unless you request. That's what this is the concept liman yasha, for whom He wants. Whom He wants. Not He wants God, He wants both. The one who asks for and the God. These two things. So don't be fooled by the Imam of the mosque who always mentioning this in the mosque, because as I said, they read always this from books and so on. Same concept. Again, something as try to link it with the previous someone who attacked me for preaching religion of Islam. I'm not preaching something bad, I'm preaching something good. I mean, okay. So it says, first of the Quran is Surah Al-Furqan, which is Surah Al-Furqan. It's I think 25. In Surah Al-Furqan, Furqan is Surah 25 and verse 31. God says aloud. I mean, when God says "Ga'alna," I mean aloud. Like "Ga'alna min ash-shajari al-akhdari nar," and God gets from the trees there, but make from the trees a curd like fire. People, they make fire from the trees. Could be fire in different way. It could be like fire wherever. I mean, you use wood, or it could be fire wherever fuel you be in this underground became changed after the time, after a long time became like fuel. The oil we are using. So when a prophet or messenger of God try to start preaching the religion, someone there stand against him, from people who always cry criminal in the society. That's one thing. So let's get another subject about personality and personality of human being. I mean, so every human being has his own personality, has his own character. You can't change the character of a human being. You can't change it. So the character of human being, it comes as a result of either problem in his physical during the growth. I mean, has subjected to a kind of disease, kind of sickness, either inherited from parents or from the environment. So it influenced him, and he has some kind of problem, and so he has his own character. And then see, the people with the character and personality, you can't change them. I mean, even if it's your son or daughter or so on, I mean, you can't change them. I mean, you can't change them. That's why we have something to solve this problem. How can we solve the problem? You see, this personality of bad character, human being, God first of all give us a rule, set up a rule for us to live in harmony, give us rules what to do, so to eliminate this problem. So a similar thing, even people who doesn't follow God, they over the history they start making their own law. I mean, to protect themselves against the criminal. Mostly the criminals, they are the minority in the society. People who has bad characters and bad behavior and so on, they are minority compared with looking at the majority. But then they succeed. The reason they succeed, this minority which succeed, because the majority of the people, they don't try to play rules to stop this stuff. They just ignore it. That's why they became like strong in the society and destruction, and the law. That's the law. So you can't change anybody. So while these people who have bad manner or bad behavior, they always sometimes there is one thing. Sometimes they feel comfortable. See, well, if you have a thought, okay, you have a thought, capability of think is to think about, process information, make judgment. If you go to someone who's different than you and he make different judgment, different understanding, then you don't like him, you go associate with someone who has the same. So people tend to go sit together and coherent together, build relation together, basically based on how they process information and how they make a judgment. And this is most of the problem now. I must say, like in the Western society, the FBI and the police and all these always hunting for any criminals. But in the Muslim country is more dominant, where this group, they come together and they start building on their own thought. And at the same time, they want to take over the majority of the people. Sometimes the government also use these people so to commit crimes, to help the government and so on. So you can't change them. I mean, you can't change people who this has personality, capability of understanding, the same level of understanding. I spent many time discuss. Even though you see them something, you give them proof. give them proof, I mean, obvious, I mean, clear proofs. I mean, they see it by their eyes, but you know, because their background, their head built very set from before, they will not change their mind. That's why I'm saying, when you see like a priest in the Western society preaching something nonsense, and at the same time when he talk about another like social problem, he has capability of thinking and solving problem, but when it comes to religion he can't. Same thing in the Middle East and the Muslim countries. These people who they are always around the religion, and they make it as a club for themselves, and they want to take over countries, they want to conquer, they want to commit all kind of, I don't even know basic what's the meaning of the religion. So because that's how the religion meant for them. So as I said, I mean, don't blame anybody for someone who say, well, his father didn't discipline him, or his mother didn't discipline him. Well, father and mother cannot discipline. There is a limitation. There is limitation for discipline, because if you can't change someone who's person, only someone who's maybe like some individual, some individual child, or I mean, he has capability to understand, but he didn't get someone to talk to him. I mean, he knows something, but he needs somebody to build his knowledge, or his understanding, capability of understanding, analyzing information. You could in this measure, but for someone who is his character like that, you can't change him. You can't change someone his character like that. I mean, a preacher, I'm telling you, imam, you can't change imam. Impossible to change imam. I mean, this already is like the priest. If you could change the priest, I mean, you could change the imam. And both of them, they are preaching whatever they inherit from the past. They never want to think. However, in the Islam, we have the Quran is a pure book. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Allah said for us, I sent the prophet to teach you the book and the wisdom. Wisdom even how you deal with problem. And one thing is you could understand like how these Muslim imam or people who preach Islam, they say sunnah. You know what sunnah? Something like this they say sunnah. Sunnah is a sunnah in Arabic language. It means a method. It's a method. I mean, there is also, while you could debate with the Muslim against this, whatever they believe the sunnah, you could debate, because there is a hadith about the Prophet. They say, any one of you who will make sunnah hasana, you get reward for the day of judgment. When sayyi'ah will go to the same thing. So if anyone makes sunnah, that mean, what do you make sunnah? I mean, can you make sunnah? I mean, nonsense. That's what you mean. Like the sunnah itself is it come up with something solution. If you come up with a solution, what a method to solve a problem, way to do something, to let people help people, and that people get benefit from it. I mean, always people get benefit from something good, not bad, because these crazy people, imam, they are foolish. They always try to defend their opinion by saying, oh, what if something bad? I mean, there is nothing bad, society will accept it, and it's impossible. So that's how any imam, when he start telling you sunnah, you know what? Sunnah is a mix of sometimes even you don't sure if the Prophet say that or not say that, because the Prophet was teaching in the book, Quran. The book is there, clear and intact and protected by God. Why don't teach yourself on the book? Why you got to say hadith and they tell you, oh, this is, oh God, Prophet says book and the sunnah and so on. So this is how the Christianity have been deviated, basically, because they don't have book. The Christian is deviated because they don't have book, and so everyone start writing his own, making his own thought. Same thing with the Muslim, they couldn't destroy the Quran book, and they have to build sunnah. They call it the Prophet says, we follow Prophet, the scholar of the Islam, the shiuch and all this. Like see this guy who tried to debate with me in my video, he used the word shiuch. The shiuch said anyone who murtad, I mean anyone who murtad, you kill him, okay? Wherever you find him, kill him. I mean, it's just nonsense, whatever this guy wrote, because this idea was fabricated by kings and after kings, and these people, they are using that against the religion. So that's it for the characters. And as I said, the religion of the Islam, I will explain now another video about what is the Islam, another more explanation. Assalamu alaikum.